Well, hello and welcome to the weekly update. This is Thursday, August 27th. As many of you know, our uh, church has an online newsletter that comes out every Saturday. This weekly newsletter comes out every Saturday morning. If you've received the newsletter reminder in the past, you know how it all works. But let me remind you of the process for maybe some that may be having some problems getting that newsletter. What takes place is you'll receive an email on Saturday morning making you aware that the current newsletter is available for viewing. If you've signed up to receive the newsletter, always check your email on Saturday morning. However, if you don't find anything in your Saturday morning email box, check your junk mail. For some unknown reason, it's gone there, and that's happened for some people. If you find it there, mark it as not being spam, and hopefully next week it will appear in your email box. Now, if you haven't signed up for the newsletter or you're still having problems receiving it, you can contact the church office and we'll see what we can do to assist you. The online newsletter is one of the many ways that you can stay informed as to all that is taking place within our church family. So make sure you sign up, subscribe to the online newsletter, and you can stay better informed. Last night we had our annual business meeting and it went very well. The August business meeting is always an important meeting for our church. We deal with a number of important items that will impact the coming year for our church. We were able to provide those who were unable to attend the opportunity to view this meeting virtually. And those who were able to attend in person voted to approve the 2021 budget. They also approved the 2021 nominating committee report. And also, a third item, they approved the formation of the Pastor of Worship Search Committee. And if you have any questions related to any of these items, please feel free to contact me, and I'd be glad to share with you what took place, the discussion, or any questions that you might have pertaining to any of those items that were discussed and voted on last night. Now, our Family Promise rotation begins September 13th through the 20th, and during our rotation, we have the responsibility, of course, of assisting with the food needs for that week. Once again, things have changed regarding food provisions. The Family Promise staff has asked that churches provide grocery cards that can be used to purchase food. Now, we are not being asked to provide the actual food as in the past, but rather being asked to provide grocery cards. Now, if you're able and would like to provide a food card or two, a Sign Up Genius begins Monday, August 31st. So that's this coming Monday. The Family Promise staff will use any cash and or grocery cards that are provided to purchase food for the families that are being served. So I hope you'll consider signing up to donate one of those grocery cards. Again, if you have questions, just contact the church office. Back to school. It's just about that time for many students, and back to school is bringing with it a number of challenges this year. We have in the makings a back to school at home prayer vigil that's going to be taking place. With the return of school quickly approaching, we would like to invite you to take part in an at-home prayer vigil that will take place from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Tuesday, September 8th. That's the first day of school for many students. We will be praying in 30-minute increments on behalf of students, their peers, teachers, resource teams, administration, parents for the 2020-21 school year. We'll be praying for homeschoolers, private schools, and public schools alike, from preschool to elementary to middle schools and high schools to the university level as well. Please join us as we ask God to strengthen, to stretch, to protect, and offer His blessing on their endeavors. You can sign up for a 30-minute time slot either online through our church website or at the welcome desk in the lobby on Sunday morning. And we will email you with a prayer guide to guide you through that time of prayer. So again, it's going to be taking place Tuesday, September 8th from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., 30-minute increments. So I hope that you make plans to sign up and be a part of that prayer time. Something else that's going to be taking place, a marriage night. I want to let you know about an exciting opportunity coming up Saturday, September 26th, both in the building as well as online. We are going to be registered as a host site for the Marriage Night simulcast event, and it's presented by Right Now Media, and we would love for many to attend. Marriage Night is a one-night event for married and engaged couples to laugh and learn as they hear from marriage experts and discover how to honor God through their relationship. Let me share with you just some of the lineup for the speakers. Include Matt and Lauren Chandler, Conway and Jada Edwards, Les and Leslie Parrott, and comedian Michael Jr. It's going to be a great evening. I hope that you'll mark your calendar and plan to attend. It'll be well worth your time. Tickets are available on our church website and at the welcome desk for $15 per couple. You may register for either the online or the on-site marriage night event. And complimentary childcare is available upon request for the on-site option. Now, please note that at First Southern, we are still abiding by the current social distancing protocols, and those will still be in place for this event. Seats will still be arranged in groups of 2 and at a minimum of 6 feet. Masks are being required for adults and children 3 and up. So please be aware of that. We just, again, look forward to seeing you at the marriage night from 6 to 9 p.m. on September 26th. If you have any questions or you need additional information, you can contact Stephanie Hamby by email. Her email address is stephanie@fsbcfamily.com. Let me share with you an announcement regarding mentoring, organic mentoring. First Southern Baptist Church's Ministry to Women is beginning a mentoring journey with women of our congregation. If you're interested in the concept of mentoring, please plan to join those ladies via Zoom at 7 p.m. on Tuesday, September 1st. So that's just around the corner, just a couple of days away. This informational meeting is open to all women, high school students, through senior adults who are interested in mentoring or being mentored, or both. Now, ladies, you should have received an email on Sunday explaining more details and including a link to the Zoom meeting, and you can also access the link on our church website. This Sunday will be Alden and Melanie and Nathan Schutterberg's final Sunday with us, and we will send them off with our love and prayers. And may this Sunday be a time to celebrate and give thanks for all that God has allowed us to share together with this special family over the past 16 years. I hope you're making plans to join us in worship, either in the building or online. We just want to send them off with our love and our prayers and just our gratefulness to how God has used them and how they've just impacted our lives in so many ways. And so join us this Sunday. The following Sunday, we want to extend a welcome to Chance Gates. Sunday, September 6th, we welcome Chance as he comes to serve as our interim worship pastor. Let me give you a little bit of background regarding Chance. Presently, Chance serves on the staff of KU Christian Challenge. Part of his responsibilities with Christian Challenge involves providing worship leadership at their large group gatherings. Now, before coming to Lawrence, he led choirs in the Ark City School District and was a part of leading worship at the church that he and his family attended. Chance is married to Jade, and they have 2 children, 2 small children. So I want to encourage you just to welcome Chance and his family on September 6th at 8:30 as well as at 11. I close with just something to consider, or maybe more, this could be labeled as just a moment of reflection. What I have to share this week is not so much a devotional thought, but rather reflecting back on the journey. One of the greatest blessings God has provided for me on my walk with Him is a church family to connect with. Becky and I have had the great privilege to connect with this family for 35 years. Truly, you are a blessing to us. I don't know what we would have done without our church family. You have invested in our lives in so many ways. You have invested in our kids' lives in so many ways. 35 years ago, when a young couple with a 16-month-old daughter and another child on the way entered the doors of First Southern, you didn't know what to expect, and nor did we. But together, under God's leading, a path was laid, and together we have shared life. So many of you provided us with examples of what healthy, Christ-centered marriages look like. You helped us as young parents see what parenting involved. Our kids, though they already had grandparents and aunts and uncles, many of you became the on-site grandparents and aunts and uncles. Many of you spoiled our kids just like their actual grandparents did. You've nurtured and loved on us from the start, and you continue to. Well, as many of you know, our kids have all grown up and gotten married, each have children of their own, and they've moved from Lawrence. And as Becky and I move into a new season of life, we still have our First Southern family to share life with, and we are grateful. Our journey continues. We never intended to do life alone. We all need people who are teaching us, sharing their life with us, investing in us, and encouraging us to grow. And you, our First Southern family, you are those people who have taught us, who have shared life with us, who have invested in us, and continue to encourage us to grow. The Apostle Paul, in many of his letters, wrote of his thankfulness for those that he was writing to. For example, in Philippians, as Paul was writing to those believers at Philippi, Paul began that letter by writing, "Every time I think of you, I give thanks to my God. Whenever I pray, I make my requests for all of you with joy, for you have been my partners in spreading the good news about Christ from the time you first heard it until now." And then he was writing to some believers at Thessalonica. And in 1 Thessalonians chapter 1, he begins by saying, "We always thank God for all of you and pray for you constantly. As we pray to our God and Father about you, we think of your faithful work, your loving deeds, and the enduring hope you have because of our Lord Jesus Christ." Just in those two letters and the others that he's credited with as well, he lets the believers in on his thoughts. And in this particular instance, Paul was thankful for them, and he made that known to them. But he also made it known to his recipients that his thankfulness never wavered. He made statements like, "Every time I think of you," or the statement of, "Pray for you constantly." What kind of church has produced those memories for Paul? I think it's churches made up of people that he shared the good and the bad times with. Churches that he was able to share life with. And as a result, their relationships were strengthened. They were deepened. And just as Paul was thankful for those congregations, Becky and I are thankful for you. And just as Paul prayed for his fellow believers, we too pray for you constantly. We thank you for 35 years. Becky and I love you. We appreciate the many ways God has used this family as a part of the molding and shaping process in our lives. You have and you continue to bring much joy to our lives, to which we are grateful to God for. And we thank him and we thank you. And we will see you Sunday as we gather for worship.